And we're back with another episode of the His and Hers, the Truth podcast. This is my lovely wife.
Sim, great seeing everyone. And thank you guys for showing that love. And remember to press the like, subscribe button if you want more content like this, going on, continuing.
Yeah. And then, of course, turn on your notification bell. That being said, of course, you guys know we're always being shadow banned. So quit shadow watching and help our channel push out there, right? So like my wife said, do us a huge solid. Hit the subscribe button and smash that like button. And then, of course, guys, watch the video first, right? And then, of course, comment and share. We had a lot of comments and reactions to some previous videos, but we would love to see them coming in more, guys, because on the 12th, which I believe is 2 Sundays from now, honey, we're going to have a live to react and, of course, answer all your questions and comments. And so please have all your comments and questions saved for us at that time as well, so we can comment and react live. So, yeah, guys, so the 12th. Most likely we're going to be at 6 p.m. Pacific time on the 12th. Okay, guys? Today's video that we're reacting to is from a channel called @LoveBitEsco. Looks like an Asian sister. So, guys, go check her out. Subscribe, watch and see what she's all about. I've never watched a video from her before, so I'm interested to see what this video is about. And the title of the video is Simple Dating Tip to Secure More Dates. Okay. Seeing what a woman, and especially an Asian sister, has to say about this.
Increase your attractiveness on a date with this simple advice. Ask more questions. Why? People want to feel like they are interesting and they're desired, so ask questions to show those interests. But reciprocity is key, so make sure you talk about yourself too.
Okay, so let's I don't want to go too far, so I want you to react first. So what do you think about her advice, honey, in terms of, as a guy, you're asking obviously girls, or you're on this date already, right? Ask a bunch of questions. What do you think about that?
Just get the conversation started. Like, what is it that you're looking into, a person or a guy, or, not just, okay, let's just, everybody just, get the cat out of the bag. Oh, I just want to make sure, he makes good money, this, that, that's already a given, right? Most guys they're not that idiotic not to know that a girl want to be stable, all that stuff, right? So, but it's like, what kind of things you like, what kind of adventures you do, you like running, sports, exercise, just something, little, just start off a conversation. It's not about, just going straight to the bullet,
Yeah.
Just ease the environment,
It would have been helpful if she maybe was a little bit more specific as far as what questions to ask. Because, guys, this is a very common theme with the game that men and women have to play with each other, which is, right, men are obviously the hunters, the fishermen, right? We're trying to use lures to obviously get the women to be attracted to us, right? And obviously maintain this, obviously, conversation, right? Whereas women, they are trying to disqualify us as much as possible, right? Pretty much women have this social, obviously, awareness that they're like, hey, as soon as a guy approaches me, or as soon as a guy hits me up on a social media platform, whether that's Instagram or a dating app, right? What can I do to filter out the things I don't like? Right? Because women are all about themselves, right? What do I want in this relationship? What do I like? What I'm looking for, right? They don't think about what the guy wants typically. They're typically thinking about what they want, right? What are you bringing to me to offer to me, right? And so I think less is more when it comes to stuff like this, because if you start asking too many questions, but you don't have the responses to maintain that conversation, and like she said at the end too, obviously you want to be able to talk something about yourself too, right? You don't want to just constantly ask questions.
Well, it's vice versa, right? She's discovering him and he's discovering her. Like, I mean, you got to keep kind of calm instead of just trying to sit there and like look at each other. I mean, you gotta spark a conversation.
My problem is that most girls or most women that think like this dating coach, they're already assuming that they want to talk to the man, is what I'm trying to say, right? And so what I'm trying to tell you guys is, this is why, I hate to say it, but women give dog shit advice when it comes to dating, right? And I think I said this on the last video. And honestly, this actually might be the same doctor I'm reacting to now, but what these women are talking about are men that they already find attractive. And right, so they're like, okay, he's good looking. He's already checked off my boxes of attractiveness or like, height, all these filters that they already use to obviously disqualify a man right off the bat, right? Is he dressed nice? Is his teeth good? Is his hair good, right? Is his shoes? I mean, women will disqualify you for every little small thing, right? So my point is, you can only get to this point of asking questions when you've already kind of qualified for some of these other metrics. Okay. But now that I made that clear, right now you've kind of like gotten your foot in the door, right? You've qualified for this interview in essence, right? Because that's what you're doing, right? She looked through all the resumes already. Okay, cool. You checked off all the boxes to even secure this quote unquote date so that you can ask her questions in interview, right? It's almost like a job, right? People are going to not even call you for that interview when they look at the resume and they're like, hey, this person doesn't qualify. They're going to toss out the resume. So now you've gotten to this date and now you can ask questions. I personally think that, yes, asking questions to the girl is a good strategy, but I think keep it simple. Like don't
minimal.
Yeah, don't ask too many questions, because then you start obviously opening up this conversation where if you don't have the same criteria, like answers back or something like that, you're not going to obviously carry this conversation.
It might backfire, or that's what you're trying to say.
Yeah, because like I said, I'm just saying it might backfire because remember, women are looking for a reason to disqualify you, right? And so if you start getting too deep into the conversation, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's see what else she has to say.
I'm Dr. Tara, sex professor in LA, and I'm here to help you date better.
Okay, so that was a really short video. So she was just literally ask more questions, and I get it why, because women love to talk, right? Yeah. I mean, I know this because when you ask a woman a question, that can lead to like a whole other conversation, right? And then also, let me finalize that or say some more stuff about if a woman is really interested in you. Right, if a girl is really interested in you, she's gonna know that right off the bat, right? Like I said, you've already checked off the attraction prerequisites for her, and if you ask her a question in essence, showing, hey, I want to know more about you, in her head, she's like, oh, I find this guy attractive already, and now he wants to find out more about you, about me. She's gonna open up more to you. Right.
Trust me, a girl will shut you down in an instant. She'll either have a friend call and be like, "Oh, you know what? I have an emergency. Gotta see you. Gotta go." You can tell. You can tell a woman with a body language whether they're sort of like giving you eye contact, physical, like their body is leaning towards you. They're smiling a lot. That means they show interest.
Yep.
But if they show no interest in you, let me give you a tip. We will make excuses to run into the bathroom, which means she's probably contacting her friend, say, hey, you know what, give me 5 minutes, call me, say there's emergency. Or she doesn't have eye contact with you, where she's trying to lean farther away. Her eyes are wandering different directions. That means she has no interest in you. So you know what, game is over. Because a woman does not hide their feelings.
Yeah, I mean, especially in this day and age, right? Especially in this day and age where obviously women are more quote unquote empowered. Women will overtly reject a guy nowadays, right? Now, what they'll try to do though, guys, you got to be careful about this, right? Because we talk about this a lot in this manosphere or in the RP channel, is that they will try to use you for the date still, right? Oh, yeah. So one of the key things that you can bounce off of this doctor's advice is if you ask them questions and then they answer very like single word questions, like, so hey, what do you like to do? Oh, I like to hike. And if they don't go into it more, or I like dogs, and they don't go into more, that means they're not really interested in you. And it's one thing, right? I mean, guys, you have to learn as a man how to pick up on body language and learn how to pick up on what the woman is trying to because women are very good at showing you signs, right? Yeah. Like my wife was saying, smile, obviously elaborate more if they're into you, right?
Lean more, she'll be like this, and she's just focused, literally nobody else, but just looking at you.
But if she's
whatever you're saying,
But if she's constantly looking at her phone, right, looking at the menu and just looking what to order, and you're asking her all these things, and she's not even giving a conversation with you, the question asking will kind of give you a good filtering process. Say, hey, this chick really isn't into me. Yeah. And then it's your call at that point. Guys, as a man, we need to be a little bit more firm with our standards, right? If a girl does this to you on a date, right, and they're not responding or being responsive, you gotta know when to call it quits in this day and
Cut it.
age, right? Because
And leave.
they will finesse you,
Mm-hmm.
right? For food, they'll finesse you for the experience. Let's say you take them to a really nice restaurant,
Yep.
which a lot of Asian brothers, I get it, right? We're still raised to be like gentlemen, old school, right? Take them out to a nice place, spend a lot of money on them, right? Buy them flowers, right? Be the nice guy, right? We're still kind of taught that as Asian, men. They will take advantage of that, right? And so you got to unfortunately kind of pick up on these social cues and be like, hey, are you even interested in what I'm talking? Like, unfortunately, you have to be a little bit more
Straightforward.
alpha and be outgoing, be like, hey, are you even interested in this conversation? Or you even want to be here? And it's like, hey, if you don't want to be here, you know what? I'm going to bounce. I'm going to take off. And it is what it is, guys.
There's plenty of fish in the sea. Let me tell you that. There's plenty of women out there for you to choose from. Don't worry about it. You're going to get rejection in life. Trust me, women get rejected too. You think all women out there, even if they're pretty, they're getting that 1% guy? No, they're not, because they're being rejected. And that's what it is. So just because you're being rejected doesn't mean there's another path or door is not going to be open for you. So you know what? If she's already showing signs of everything, no interest, she's not looking at you, she's looking around, she's trying to make bathroom trips, I don't know, like 5 times. She has no interest in you. She's just waiting for the food. She's ready to bounce. And if she does call you back when she has no interest in you, is A, she wants you to spend money on her because you know what? She has no date plans. B, for you to just treat her well. C, use you to move her things because she's moving, or paint her house or fix her stuff. She doesn't care about you. So you know what? Bounce. Just leave.
And I hate to say it, guys, but girls know if they're sexually attracted to you, because let's cut to the heart of the matter, right? What are guys going on dates for? What are guys asking women out for? Right? It's because we want to have sex with you guys, right? Now, hopefully that will lead to a relationship, right? Because most guys, we're not the top tier guys. Most guys would love to have a woman that is, tied to them, right? Have a relationship with them. And then now they have this sexual exclusivity, right? This sexual access to this woman all the time and only all the time, right? And so I get that, guys. That's the initial thing. So learn to know arousal, attraction from the woman. If she's actually aroused and attracted to you, like my wife said, she's going to appear happy to be with you. She's going to be excited to be with you, right? She's not going to just answer like one-word questions, like I said, or negative, right? Or just look like she's bored, right? Women are very good at showing you the signs
Body language
that they're not attracted to you, right? And so at that point, you gotta have to make a decision. Don't be so blinded, right? My Asian brothers, don't be so blinded by your hormones wanting to have sex that you're like, oh, I'm just gonna keep it a shot. Maybe she'll do this. Maybe she'll just keep giving me a chance. Know what
she will not.
Yeah, know what, unfortunately, what the situation is and cut your losses, right?
You're not even going to be on the friend zone. You're going to be on the, I'm sorry to say, but use zone. Do you know what use zone is? Is say a decent, good-looking woman, decent, good-looking woman went to a date with you, right? She's not even putting you on a friend zone because she's never even going to call you when she has a party or going to a party. That's nice. She's going to be putting you on a use zone where, hey, you know what? I have nothing to do. I'm not feeling good. I want something, maybe this guy will order me something, something to eat, or he'll come and fix my faucet because it's broken or leaking. You're on the use zone. Do not be on that use zone, because you know what? You're never, ever going to be hanging out with her. She's never going to introduce you to her friends, okay? Because you're on that use zone, because guess what?
Yeah, and
that's what they'll do.
And guys, hey, don't feel so bad, because at least you got the interview, right? Like, don't look at every aspect. Like, every time you go on a date and women just like don't reciprocate, or you get rejected when the date actually finally happens, like, it's gonna happen, guys. It's about leads, right? It's about opportunities, and the fact that you got an opportunity, feel good about yourself. But my point is, once again, I'm gonna end it with this, guys, is you gotta first create the opportunities, right? It's great that you ask questions. It's great to know how to filter the questions or how she responds to the questions, so that way you know how the date's going. But you have to up your level. We talk about this all the time. You have to up your level so that way you get more interviews.
Yep.
That's really the key. And also, it's also it's also kind of works on itself, because the more attractive you are with your values, the more she's gonna be better responsive to your questions, because now she's actually more attracted to you.
Up your profile, and we're truthful with you guys, and you know what these women are looking for. So I don't want you to be on the use zone. nor be, hey, and if you're okay with the friend zone, hey, that's fine too. But you know what? Just like when you're going on a job interview, you know what? You're not going to get that job. Sometimes when you're a salesperson, you're knocking on the door 50, you're not going to close that deal like every single, you're going to be rejected. So what? Be it. For every successful companies, there are always failures. Okay. So that means you have to keep trying and you will succeed. Yeah. So I'm going to end it on that note.
Yeah. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for joining. This could be a whole topic. And honestly, like I said, hey guys, moving forward, I would love to hear from brother, like Asian men dating coaches, right? Come on this channel, like our brother Ty. Obviously he's more of like, he works on your values, but I love to hear from some actual Asian dating coach guys and seeing what they, what successful strategies they have to use, right? So hey, if any one of you guys out there, reach out to us. Would love to interview. Love to do a video live with you guys as well too. So yeah, let us know.
See ya.
Appreciate you guys.
Bye.
Join us as we give you guys a glimpse into our lives, give you guys advice, hopefully give you guys entertainment value as well too, and provide you guys better outcomes.
Yes.